Saturday, February 15th, 2025. Yeah, back at the dacha. Gonna make another dacha video. Gonna be working away here. And what a beautiful day. Let's take a look at the blue sky. It's always blue. Look at that. Look at that. You know, I want to make a little comment about chemtrails. A lot of my friends back home in Canada keep writing about these chemtrails. It's basically the lines or the pollution that is coming out of the airplane engines, and the blue sky has all these lines, and you know, some people say that it's condensation, you know, because of the high altitude and the jet exhaust. Others are saying, no, it's chemtrails because, you know, those lines stay up there for hours. I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence. I don't know if it's true or not. But one thing I could say, there are no lines up here. That's the thing. There are no lines. I don't see any. But one thing I do know is there's an app. It's called Sky Tracker. And wherever you are, if you've got GPS on your phone, which we all do, you could, if you see an airplane up in the sky, you could just go to Sky Tracker and you can see what airplane it is and where it's flying from where to where. Anyways, right above Khabarovsk, it's actually a corner in the air. So when planes are flying from Vladivostok to Moscow, so Vladivostok is in that direction over there, and as they get up to Khabarovsk, they make a left turn. So you always see this line. Yeah, it's basically not a chemtrail, but it's the exhaust condensation. It goes and then and it turns, and it's right. It seems to be it's right above my dacha here. But yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to make the comment about that. There are no trails. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blue sky. All right, what do I got to do? Well, it is a little bit windy. So even though the temperature's around -9, it's not overly cold. But I'm going to light up the stove. I got to fill up the wheelbarrow with my firewood. That is over there. And then I'm going to start working on my jig. The jig for my lattice assembly. So that's that. So first things first, let's go light up the stove. Then we're going to fill up with the firewood. And then we're going to start on the jig. Oh, let's go take a look at the temperature. There it is, -8.5 below 0 degrees Celsius. So it's not overly cold. Okay, I got the fire started, and I'm going to let the kindling get going before I start throwing in some bigger pieces. So there it is. Fire is going. One thing down. Now I have to go get a load of firewood for the wheelbarrow, for the тачка.
В Хабаровске максимум -9. Облачно. Ветер северный, умеренный. Ближайшей ночью -18.
Well, there you go. Radio Monte Carlo that I listen to, the all-English radio station, says that temperature is exactly what it is at the dacha right now. And it's going to cool down to around -17 in the evening. Anyways, back to work. Okay, got my load of firewood here, one wheelbarrow load, and she's smoking pretty good. So the shop is warming up. Now to get started on the main project, the reason why I came out here, to build my jig for the lattice. Here is a lattice that I made last winter. This is one of 3. And what I'm going to do is make a jig so that when I start assembling my 20 lattices, I'll have a jig on the table here, and I could just place my pieces, the long ones and the shorts, and they'll all line up this way, and then I could just start nailing them in. So it'll be so much easier than having to measure the width and the length and everything. It'll be so much easier. Just make a jig, and even if it takes me a few hours to make the jig, it'll just speed up the process at the end. And as you can remember in the other past videos, this table here, I already made it so that like the screws right over here, I could just take them off and this will just lift off. And then I have my staining table underneath. All right, let's go to work and let's start making the jig. Okay, so I have my rails all set up and everything is all measured out so that when I put the long pieces on, everything is in order. And I built this back wall over here. And let's take a look and see what the next step is going to be. So the next step is to make sure that all these are perfectly in line going all the way down. So I'm using this 1x4 as the width measurement. And these little pieces right here, just put them on like this. And then I will pick this up like this, move it over, and continue to nail it down. And that way I will have a perfect measured grid pattern all the way down the table. All right, let's go to work. Okay, I cut up a whole bunch of these little pieces and now I can start putting them away. While I'm out here, I'm going, oh my God, what a nice day it is. Check this out. Beautiful February day. And there are no chemtrails. Nothing. Just clear, clear, blue sky. All right, let's go back to work. Here it is, all finished now. So I got these little pieces put on. So this is going to be for the vertical and the horizontal rails are there. And hopefully now this jig will make it easy to start assembling my lattices. All right, let's see if we can make the first lattice. Okay, I got 5 of these long pieces. These are for the horizontals, and for the verticals, here we have the shorts. And now let's put it all together and see what it's gonna look like. Okay, here's how it's coming along. So I just stopped here for a second just to show. So every row that's needed, you just simply put the pieces here, line it up against this, and just drive 2 nails, hammer them in, and move on to the next row, and that's it. Even though the table is short, so that right there was actually right over here. So once I got this whole section done, I just picked it up and moved it over there and continued to work. It's so much easier now, and I can just start hammering these lattices out like no problem. All right, let's go ahead and finish this. Okay, there it is. The first out of the 20 assembled. First out of 20 lattices. There it is. My jig worked and everything is coming together nicely. So yeah, it took a while to make that jig. It took me a few days because, you know, I'd come here, I was shoveling the snow and then trying to figure out a pattern how to do it. But now that it's done, I can start banging these things out like no problem. 20 of them? Huh. I think, I don't know, maybe 10 a day. I'll be able to, you know, put them out. I get distracted. Old man Vova came over today. So talked with him and listened to my music. What was I listening to today? Just a mix of 80s rock and roll. And I almost burned a wheelbarrow load of firewood. So I'm going to have to put this firewood inside. And instead of taking it back there, what's the point? And then I have to bring it back? Nah, I'll just put it inside and that's that. Mad Max, I got to clean up Mad Max, cover it up. And the extension cord, I got to wind it up, got to put it inside. And I'm done for today. And the sun is setting. And still a blue sky. Check that out. Yeah, all day. Maybe there were a couple airplanes that flew by, but I was mostly inside working, so I didn't see anything. But as we look at the sky, check that out. Peaceful, quiet. That's why I like coming out here. You know, I get my music on. I'm productive. Why sit at home? Watch TV? What for? No way. I'm making these lattices. And I need 20 of them. So where are they going to go? Well, I need right up against the fence there. So they're going to be up, and then I'm going to get some creepy crawler plants, and they're going to be crawling up, and it's going to look pretty cool. And I don't know. I think that's, I measured it out, 8, 16, and the other 4, we'll just put them somewhere else. I don't know. But there it is. First one, 19 to go. All right, I got to get going. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button. It helps grow my channel. I've just passed 2,000 subscribers. That's pretty cool. I got a little email from YouTube saying, "You've passed 2,000. Keep going." I'm like, yeah, okay. Not asking for any money. There are many YouTubers that say, "Please help support our content." I'm like, nah, I'm not. So, you know, the donations thing, whatever. I'm doing this as a hobby, and I'm just trying to show the world that living out in the Russian Far East isn't that bad. I mean, yeah, it's cold in the wintertime, but so what? Dress for it. And yeah, that's about it. All right, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe and leave some comments. I don't know, maybe there's something that you would like to see. You know, leave it down in the comments. Say, hey, Phil, what do you think of this? Or can you build that? I don't know. I'm kind of in my own world. So I know that I got this project to finish, and that'll take me a little while. And then after that, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe a picnic table, maybe a bench, a shelf. I don't know. We'll see. All right. I got to get going. So take care. And like I always say, paka paka.